when I now look back into my life, just someone said like one sentence to me, the whole life would be different. And I think like
Hello, everybody. We have a special guest tonight with us, Žiga
I
Goltes. Hello, Žiga. How you doing, buddy?
yeah, I think first time on Twitch, so I'm excited.
All right, there is a first time to everything.
Yes.
Hey, but hello, Mr. JP. Good to have you around, always supporting inside and outside the stream. Um, yeah, what to say, right? We're back. It was amazing stream on Monday with the podcast. Topic was sex. It was really like, I don't know. It was really epic. The things that Ula shared and that she's so complete with, it is just amazing. So if you guys missed it, watch it. It's on YouTube. The whole show highlights are out, so don't miss that. And we continue tonight, right? Yesterday was a little bit League of Legends, a little bit rafting, gaming I love to do. But we continue tonight with Žiga. Actually, Mr. JP wrote on Instagram that if he wouldn't exist, she wouldn't have what she has and wouldn't be where she is. And same goes for me, I guess. Uh, right, right, buddy.
What a privilege.
Yeah, I mean it is. We met what 2.5 years ago. It was August 2018, I think. Was it? No,
For me, it
no, it
feels
wasn't.
like 10
Yesterday.
years ago. So
Sometimes
many
feels
things
like
happen.
yesterday, and sometimes feels like 100 years ago, right? Like we know each other for 100 years ago, the things we went through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if no, it was 3 years ago already for me. I think it was 3 years back. It
Probably.
was August 2017, and then yeah, and then 2018 I met Usha 1 year later. Yeah, right. So he invited me to one course. I went to it, and that invitation and me accepting the invitation to do the course, you know, I could say shifted my life, but it didn't shift it. It transformed my life. Like the things I wasn't okay with, suddenly I was okay, completed. Take responsibility, and build the stuff, start creating instead of complaining. I guess that would be the best thing to say. So eternal gratitude to you, my friend, for that invitation and
Yeah.
standing then for these years to that we know each other. So
Yeah, it's a privilege, and thank you for accepting. And also, I barely know your old version. I know it's totally different person, but I know you maybe just few times in not transformed way. But yeah, it was also a privilege to like look you and see you grow. So and yeah, I'm so happy that you created family and that you have a little boy there sleeping today. And yeah, uh,
yeah, yeah, man.
and that's
It's
why like it's feel like 10 years, not just 3 years.
right. Yeah, things we accomplished in these 2 years is just like unbelievable. I mean, it's really is unbelievable. From nothing to a family, from nothing to our own businesses, from nothing to living the dream lives. So yeah, and more, right? But you're here tonight because you're the guy that I know that has many passions and really live them. And we'll go through your life and see how did you discover that. And not just sometimes we discover our passions but then don't go for it because it takes something. So you will also share what it takes for you, like maybe on a daily basis and in general in life. So yeah, Karina says hey guys, and Mr. JP sends love.
Ah,
So there you go. uh so yeah, we always start with one simple question. It is, how was it, because I didn't know you before, right?
yes,
Those 3 years. You share many times how you were, but tonight I think I'll get even more sense of how you were. We get a
yeah.
little bit more deeper into
Maybe I
that.
can I will give something new or something
Yeah.
that I didn't share to no one.
Yeah, exactly. That would be awesome. That's what usually happens here as well with the guests. They share things that they said, "Oh, I never shared that publicly before." Man. Yeah, that's amazing. It's like I'm really honored and privileged. So yeah, but it is whatever you choose to answer. So no pressure there. Anyway, how was Giga as a teenager? As what worked for you, what didn't work for you? Like how was that time for you growing up?
So like depends. I think the most struggle that I have was during my middle school.
Hmm.
What was my biggest problem is English. My English in that period was like horrible. And yeah, I was also fighting a lot with my mom because my grades were not like as she expected them to be. And yeah, I think that was the worst area of my life for myself. I would say that.
Hmm. And can you tell us why? Okay, your grades weren't there. You were fighting with your mom, and your English was not as good as it is today. But why was that? How do what was actually going on behind the curtain? One thing people saw and what was going on inside you.
Yeah, I don't know like what really is going on, but like I was quite like disconnected with my mom.
Hmm.
It's for me was like she's always like try to control me. Um, and yeah, like as teenager, you want to be independent.
Hmm.
Like, leave me alone. I want to do it on my own. So yeah, that was one thing. Mm, and yeah, probably also like always, I always have like big goals for myself and big expectations. And
Hmm.
also, then if you don't succeed or fulfill your expectation, then you have a disappointment.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and I was always like in the primary school. I always have best grades, and then when I come to secondary school, like everything just collapsed. So I was also not used to not succeed.
Hmm.
That was also something that was like really important. And also, if I didn't, yeah, what was also behind is like I will disappoint.
Hmm.
That's something that I was avoiding. Like I don't want to disappoint people, especially my mom.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I couldn't make her happy because I know that no, I didn't know, but I believe that I don't have a gift for foreign languages. So yeah,
All right, got it. Right. And one thing to mention, right, is also like, you were only growing with your mom.
yeah,
You never knew your dad until later on, which you will share later probably. And it's
yes.
like, so it's you and your
Yeah,
mom.
like
So yeah.
we lived on our own.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't have also other father, and like she was a single mom. So like we also didn't have a lot of money. My mom also had quite a lot of debts to that she could buy a car and buy an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like remember in the middle school I only have one like pair of sneakers. And normally other schoolmates they had for um, like when we had like sport, they have another one, but only have one, and sometimes they were like dirty and with some holes. And then I just need to wipe them in the toilet and use them because I didn't like. And probably it was not problem money, but I was always hard to ask my mom, because I know that it's like not easy for her,
Mm-hmm.
and I never like because it's not necessary. So I was always searching how not to be um, like in like how can I make her life easier, not harder.
Mm.
That was yeah.
Right, got it. And you know, how was the area with girls or schoolmates, teachers? Like how was that? You know, relationships with the same
Yeah,
age
like
people.
um, normally people like really like me,
Mm-hmm.
um, and yeah, I was almost quite good accepted, but like with girls, I was like super shy, like not like super shy. So I also remember the first like girlfriend that I have. I think it was first year of like secondary school. Like she dumped me after I think 1 week because I even didn't touch her, you know. uh, and she's like, and then I cry, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it happens, right?
Um, yeah, I was like really super shy.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. And you said before, like how it was for you instead of others, right? You were having one parent, most of the kids had both. You said, you know, I have one pair of sneakers, they had at least two. So how was that all that for you? It's like, you know, did you carry any like, you know, being underrated or, you know, being less than others?
Yeah, like I also like remember also if I go back to the primary school, like my mom used to work from 9 in the morning till 6 in the evening,
Mm,
almost whole day. And after school, I went to my aunt and cousins, so I spent a lot of time there. Um, so I always also felt as like because they care for me there. They give me, a shelter, give me a food, whatever I need, you know. But I felt is like that I'm like not belonging there, that I'm
mm,
like too much, and that I need to, because now like they are giving me something for free. I like whatever they will ask me, I need to say yes. I don't have any other options.
mm,
So that was one thing. So I think I make myself use that I am different, and yeah, like I can't say like I just take it for granted. Uh, but yeah, on the other side, I because also in primary school I was the only one in the whole classroom that I didn't have any siblings.
mm-hmm.
And when you are the only one, like everyone have, I also want to have brothers and sisters. So yeah, I was sad a little bit, and yeah, I also had a wish. I also want to have siblings as well. Uh,
Mm.
yeah,
All right, so you know, all in all, we could say I wouldn't go exactly by the word that pops in my mind, rough childhood, but it wasn't like an easy going, right? You said there was
I would say like it was not hard. Like
okay.
no, I was not beaten. I was not, they almost like even though like I'm half Thai, my father is from Thailand, and half, and I was always a little bit darker,
Mm,
but like they never bullied me.
mm,
So I wouldn't say um, that I had hard, but it was also not easy.
mm,
So that I know also I saved my money for I don't know 2 or 3 years that I could buy like PlayStation. It was I think number two.
mm,
Uh, and for some others was like they just got it for Christmas, and then when I get the whole amount, my mom asked me if I can, like it was $30,000,
mm.
and if I can borrow her that she can repair her tooth, teeth,
Teeth,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, and like, and then I need to, wait another year or half of year that I was able, that she can return me the money and that I was able to buy PlayStation. So, um, but I think I get more than also, if I look mm, for my children, I would rather that they have less than too much.
Mm,
Because when you don't have a lot, then you can honor things and appreciate them. But if you have too much, then they become like ordinary.
Mm.
Just like also if we look health for many people, if I would just ask 1 year ago, for everyone it was something ordinary, like for most of the people today, like everyone know stay healthy.
Mm.
Is a totally different value. It's not so um, yeah, I don't know, I lost the word.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, English is our second language anyway, so we're, you know, doing our best so that we can reach as many people as possible. Due to
true.
that, only 2 million people in the planet speak Slovenian, so English is a little bit broader. But if we lost it, we lost it. So what? It happens. Uh, anyway, okay. So, but and then it comes that decision, right? When you were finishing high school, what to go study next, which is like a next, there is this thing always big for every teenager,
Yeah.
like, and be careful what you choose, with all this in the place that you will have works, la la la. So, how this process went for you, picking the university?
Yeah, one thing like I remember we had some like software that you answered some questions
Mm.
like what do you prefer, and there was like, and then you get in the end some um, yeah, things that you can do, what will make you happy, and I got the answer was like engineer, like
Mm.
I don't know how to say it.
Engineer.
Engineer, yes.
Right.
So and then I like it sounds good, I even didn't know what does that mean, but it's like that sounds really good. I want to be that. So I think it was more like looking good, not what was my real passion.
Mm. But
And
did
then
you know at that time, sorry to interrupt you, but did you know at that time what was your real passion?
no, like
No.
I like one of the things that I want to study was architecture.
Mm-hmm.
But there was also the problem, many students that apply to that faculty, they need to pass some tests before, and they do a lot of like one course that's in Ljubljana, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much was around, I don't know, 300 euros. But for me was like I can't afford that, and I will never ask my mom to pay me that. Um, so that's why like I'm not able to do that, so probably I won't pass this test, so I won't go to yeah, study architecture. But then I like put on the scale if I want to do the civil engineering or mechanical engineering. And then when I look what are the subjects, the civil engineering is like one of the rare that didn't have English.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I decided not choose it.
Yeah, basic, right? That's how it goes. We more or less everybody during growing up find their passion, like in some way or another. You do things when your heart really sink and you're going, I like that. That would be so awesome if I could do that. But then hits all the reasons, right? Oh, it's money, it's a test, already going in like, I don't know. Oh, and there is English. I don't know how to speak English, so that it's automatically off the list, right? And that is how easy we sell our so-called, I could say, dreams, right, or
Yes, yes.
or passion, and nobody talks about that's another thing, right? Nobody asks you like, all right, Giga, what is your passion? Is that okay? What's stopping you? This and that. All right, cool. And if that wouldn't stop you, would you go? Of course. All right, let's look what can we do that those things that doesn't work at the moment or are stopping you wouldn't stop you, right? And you would go after that. It's never that. It's always like, all right, cool, I guess you can do that, so go do something else. Go for the second best, third best.
Yeah.
And that's how easy it's to sell, right? So, all right, so you went to civil engineering, no English, and how did that go?
So like we I really started really good. I didn't have a problem, and then I think in third year I start to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they asked me if I want to employ for the full time in this marketing agency that I still work. I just yeah, it was just 10 years that ago that I start working here. And then yeah, I slowly start to um, avoiding my faculty, and then yeah, in few years came the day that I couldn't finish it in like previous program, so I would need to do a lot of extra exams. So then I just conclude that I want to finish my faculty, even though that I missed, I think, just four exams, and like
The thesis.
yes.
Yeah, all right. How was that? You said it. Would you say, okay, this is usually the phenomenon that usually goes through? So you're in faculty, and then you start working, you start earning money, and then you start liking the job. So it's like goes away, right? So what was the thing that pulls you away from the university, from the civil
The one
engineering?
thing is because I really realized like how I decide to go to the civil engineering. Like I
Mm,
didn't listen what I really want. No, it was like, oh, where I will earn a lot of money. No, and yeah, what's like um, looks good, or that
mm,
it's more because of others, not because of me.
yeah.
And then when I got that like I really don't want to, and also like in reality you don't know as a teenager when you're deciding what you want to study, you like really don't know. And for also like for many things now, as my experience that I have, that's like how many opportunities and jobs are there. I even didn't know that that exists when I was choosing what I want to um, study. And also I think the big impact on us also has our environment.
Mm,
So I lived in like a small town, or like, but most of the time I spent in the village with my aunt. Um, and yeah, you just met the jobs there, and like you don't know that what is marketing. You don't think about these things, or art, or also about IT. Like I was like IT, like now they already have computers. Like
mm,
that's it. I didn't, because you have some picture about it, but it's totally not real. It's
mm.
just some um, imagination. And yeah, what I would recommend, like young people, like to just, I don't know, speak to many different people, try to know different things. So, and yeah, I think also try to leave open as much doors as possible, but not to limit yourself too much in the beginning of the also education, and not just then in career.
Yeah, right. It's just also what I say to them in the workshops, or when I met them. It's just like when you get a sense of what might be interesting to you, right? Look on a broad spectrum, and then just look inside. Where could you fulfill that in different jobs, and then see which job works for you, or maybe create it if there is no job, right? That is another thing that usually never comes up. It's like no parents goes like, all right, our boy wants to do something that is not out there, let's support him, so he will create it from nothing. no, it's, it's not safe, that's not safe, right? So it's a great thing that you shared. And also the environment, of course, right? If you come from an environment, when you're either, the jobs are being suppressed, or the environment doesn't know about what is there out there possible, what all you can do, just like you said, be open and search it. I told them, like, you can search any job you want, it's on Google or YouTube, you can see it from the inside, so just see if that is it, right? And then go and find a way to do it.
Yeah, and I
So
think the what was also driving me in this direction, and that I'm really grateful, is that I always have some role models that inspire me. Like in primary school, I have like really my best friend from primary school, Matei. Like he was strong, good with everyone, and we become friends like the first year, and then like stay together the whole primary school. And at the same time, like the neighbor of my aunt, Gregor, he was around 2 years older, and I was, he was also a good student. Also, they had big farm at home, so he was also hard working. And I was like always having him also for role model. So whatever, like when he started going to like secondary school to gymnasium, like I said, like I also want to go to the gymnasium. And then when he started to like went to the faculty, like I always have him as a role model. And on the other side, I don't know if I would choose someone else, like, oh, he's smoking, I want to smoke too, just to look cool. Maybe my path would go totally different way. So like really choose the like role models that like not like for others, so that you maybe like look good, but like who you really want to become as a person. And yeah, so that's I see. And then in the faculty, same, like I have many friends there, and I always choose someone like that inspire me, and that I could grow. Yeah, that what I would say.
yeah, and it's a great thing, right? Especially in these days, right? So when we grow up, you couldn't go on Instagram and look at all the, it's like you couldn't spend time, I don't know, on Instagram. You could be following Luka Doncic, or you could be following anybody, right? So it's like before, it was like people close to you. You had to watch them, you have to observe them, and you were in touch with them. You kind of see them, physically see them, right? And I think that is the one thing that it's maybe handicapping for today's generations. It's like who, right? And then there is exactly what you said. It's one thing, choose role models that will inspire you to become who you want to be, regardless of what people think about you. And then, there are people who do cool stuff, and, people like them for being cool, which most of those people are forgot after high school. Like, nobody knows them after high school if they were that cool, and doing the, things that wouldn't serve you as a, especially in relationship to others or yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's great advice. And how would you say these days, right? How can they find a role model today when, we know we spend that many hours per day on phone?
Yeah, sometimes I think like if we go, because Luka Doncic, yeah, he's not so young anymore, and he has like really the best people for many, many, many years around him, and yeah, he didn't like become this in just one day like that and another. And sometimes I think if we put like really high goals for ourselves, and like this is a reality, and then we have really like then we become disappointed, because like this between is disappointment.
Yeah, the gap is big. Yeah.
Yeah. So and yeah, normally don't motivate like really people. So always like find someone who can teach you something. Um,
Mm.
and yeah, it can be also like in but don't expect the results like, oh, tomorrow I will be like Luka Doncic. Luka
Yeah,
Doncic he didn't become like just he went to sleep and wake up like
in NBA. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. That is another thing, right? It's just this being impatient today, right? Everything is insta, everything has to happen now. And
yeah.
then even like you said, when you look at the people who are successful, they put years and years of work into it. It wasn't like even a year, it's not enough. Like you will share before, you will share in the soon, how to say it, I don't know, you will share soon about the project that you're involved in, and it's existing for a couple of years, but just now you're having big breakthroughs, which is like,
Yes.
yeah. So so all right, so you're there, right, to working in this marketing agency. You said faculty, you finish with it, conclude with it. It's like, it's not for me, and I'm not gonna spend time on that. Rather, I spend time on things that I'm interested in. So how did your environment accept that?
Oh, my mom not really good. Still today, many times like she's because what sometimes parents do, and I think that's also something that the parents need to hear is that parents put like their not fulfill wish on like their children,
Mhm.
and then like children need to fulfill what like they didn't. So like it's not like they don't take responsibility like for themselves and leave like till 18. Definitely parents have the main job also after, but it's not, this is not their project. So yeah, my mom was, and I think she's still today not complete with it, and she take it really personally.
Mm.
Because I think also in our environment also being failed student is something bad, and but yeah, we want to look good in front of
Mm.
others, and my son didn't complete the faculty, and now this is bad, uh,
Yeah.
and then she make it really personally. But yeah, other people like did accept it. Yeah, but my mom never.
But yeah, and I think it's a good point that you said, right? That does happen. So parents had some wishes for themselves, they didn't fulfill them, and then when they have kids, it's like they put their dreams so that kids would fulfill what they didn't.
Yes.
And that is like, like you said, that is not their project. Like they have their life, they are responsible for the life of the kids, but not what they will do in life for even after they will be gone. So so yeah, that is it, right? And another thing that happened in there is like, it doesn't to your mom, it doesn't matter that you have a good job, that you have the salary, that you live on your own. You didn't finish faculty.
Yeah.
And if you would ask her why would he need to finish faculty, it would be so he would have a good job and good salary. But
Yeah.
he has that. So what is there? It's like we're hooked on this. Not we, but previous generations hooked on this paper. You need a paper. Paper gives you safety. It's like you're not capable without the paper, right? It's just like, without the paper, you are nothing. Even though you could be a world-known chef, like Jamie Oliver. Everybody knows Jamie Oliver. He didn't finish high school, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him, but
Yeah.
and he's nothing
Yeah.
because he doesn't have a paper. Right? That's so. It's There's a lot of
And
irony in
like
that,
I
right?
won't say like that is not important,
Yeah.
especially like for some jobs or for some, if you want to be a doctor, you can't be a doctor without paper
Yeah.
school. Um, but it's like it's not, I know many really good educated people, maybe with 3 degrees or even more, and without job. and also people with, also maybe just complete just primary school and really good in their area. So definitely, and in the end, yeah, I think also like times are changing, because um, I think many things that I don't know, in next 10, 20, 30 years, many jobs won't exist,
Mm.
and it will show like totally new one. So I think like definitely like school is important, and like informative learning, um, but yeah, it's not necessary.
Yeah, exactly. I did amend when I said it's not. I don't have anything against the degree, but if there is a choice of a degree, or if you live the life that you want to live and you actually are paid for it, and you live good, just like, why would you still be pushing for the paper? What is there, right? And it's like you said, it's something unfulfilled on their side, and that's kind of why it can also cripple the relationship, right? It's like, how was for you that your mom is, I don't know if she's still bringing that up, but when she was bringing that up, how
Mm.
is that, because we rarely talk about it, right? We say, we give advices, we say them, and we never even think about what might the consequences be of me saying that, even though that's my son. It's just people say, I need to say that, I don't want to go out without saying it. But if you can share now, right? So when your mom said that to you, how was that for you?
Um, like for me, like it's important that my mom like is happy, and that she's doing great, and yeah, that she also enjoy her life, because also as like single mom, she, yeah, many times she didn't, the everything that she has, like she gave to me, like that I could do school and everything, and start to stand on my own. But now, yeah, she's independent. Like I'm independent, and she, like, can spend the whole money and time just for herself. So I would like really want that she start to take care for herself, but maybe even more, because when I was young, she didn't even have time, no money, nothing,
Mm.
Uh, so for me was, yeah, I'm then, like like it's really not important. It's already, I don't know how many, like almost 10 years ago, and like I'm really having creating really good career. I'm like earning more than most of my like friends from faculty, um, and that she's still like stuck with that. So yeah, it's leave me sad.
Right, exactly. That's what, that what I was pointing with the question is, right? Just like, you're happy, you're building your career, good salary, all the concerns that, parents usually have with kid are not there, are not existing, and still be stuck on something. It's just like, it leaves you sad, and when you're sad, you cannot really be connected and out there having the relationship that you want to have. And that is a great point, that give out is like, I just was thinking, with you, I can have also this kind of conversation. So it's like, I was thinking the other day, it was like, people rarely go around and ask you, hey man, are you happy? They go like, hey, how are you? But not really interested in how are you. And second thing is just like giving advices. So, I see that a lot, especially now having kids. It's like, my parents are flat. They know that, if they will push it too much, we will have, you know they will hear things that they don't want to hear from me. And I will say them, because it's like, this is my child. You did what you did. You had your own, how to say, you had your own chance. You did how you did. If you're not okay with it, it's on you. So I will not repair that. And but then from Ursula's side, it's like her mother is giving a lot of advices, and it's just like, even though she's happy, Tahi's happy, it's not enough. It's like advice, 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 because, and you get the commitment behind this, loving the grandkid, worried about that he is okay, that, especially this situation, stuff like that. But it just cripples. It's like it cripples the. And rarely people go like, "Hey, are you happy? Okay,
Mhm.
you're happy. Good. What you're doing that you're happy? Oh, this and that. All right, cool. Really put interest in that. So how would that also, what are you seeing like through the experience you have about this?
Mm, yeah, first of all, that my mom is the same. Like when I come home, I like got always a lot of advices, and yeah, sometimes like really reactivate me. Like I'm old enough,
Yeah, right.
uh, and yeah, and I think maybe sometimes this is like an expression also of love. This
Mm,
is how people express their love.
right.
Um, so like it's really reactivates me, but at the same time I got that like that's how she's giving me love.
Mm,
And if I don't accept that, just like, but it's not that I need to do that way, it's just like advice. And sometimes it's just, like, why do you have these trousers? Like, I don't like them.
yeah, exactly,
I,
right.
in reality, I really don't care. They are just trousers. And I like, and yeah, then I just like try to really accept, like, okay, mom, yes, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, right? But it would be a whole other situation if you ask you, "Hey, Giga, are you happy?" It's like,
Definitely.
right? We said so, and then maybe next thing would be, I think, in conversation for all the people would be, "Oh, you're happy. What are you doing? I want that too, right?" So that we
Also,
will,
like
yeah.
my mom sometimes, like when I said like I'm really happy, like I like in reality I never imagined that I would able to like live my life the way I live it.
Mm,
Um, like I definitely exceeded my uh, goals for my life, and like keep expanding everything every year. And my mom like still like, no, you can't be happy, you don't have a girlfriend.
right. Okay, cool. We'll get to that as well. So all right, we kind of stopped here, but so there you are working for this agency, and you said, my life is expanding, and just share with us, like, so you find your passion in that agency. What has made you stay there?
So yeah, in the beginning, definitely like money, because like for the first time, I had like real like my money, and I was like independent,
Mm,
and also like because I was a teenager already, I like tried to like save my mom so that I was not like a burden for
mm,
her, that she need to spend even much more money for me, like just necessary things. So yeah, that's like so that she don't that I'm not a burden for her. That was the first thing. And then yeah, I like really, especially when I start to work about innovations in marketing. So I love technology, I love new things, and creating something. So, and that I would do, in my afternoon after job. I would just, buy some things and some electronics and like try to do something, And then I was able to do, with big toys, not small toys,
mm,
and big projects, sometimes big events. Do some project that I know that I wouldn't be able to do it as a hobby.
mm,
Um, and especially what I love like personal development. And in marketing agency, like every project is different. Like my every day is different. It's like no one day is not same as day before. So I like growing and learning. every day. So that was another reason why I want to stay. And also why I also want to like become a civil engineer is because I want to create something, you know. But then I saw when I started to study that I can just, you know, okay, I can make a small house, but every bigger project, I need an architect. Then he design things. I just like say how thick will be a walls and you know how much steel it need to be in concrete and similar. So I don't have so much power. But in other side in marketing, you know, especially in digital marketing, like you can create whatever you want and it's more you know uh, how to say like yeah like sky is the limit. um, you
Right,
can do
because
whatever you want.
yeah, because what you're saying, you're like an architect and an engineer all together, and then even a worker putting this thing together, and click the button that everything pops off. And anyway, I want to represent because you said bigger small toys, right, that you buy for yourself, and then bigger toys, right? So guys who are watching this, if you're from Slovenia, you probably passed his projects and you don't even know he was behind them. Especially if you go in supermarkets, or there was a Volkswagen. What was it? Rocken. What was that?
Yeah,
Right, those bands when they were playing all over the country, collecting them there all together. It's like
Volkswagen rocks.
yeah,
Yeah,
Volkswagen Rocks, something like that, right? So
yes,
that's big project. The e-golf, right? The electronic golf. Like he made his device for running. Like he made the device that
yeah.
you run on it and it collects energy in a battery. Like that. That's how sick he gets. Um, so to ask you here, right? On which project are you most like proud of that you did? And you did a lot of them, but like the big ones that like you were like, all right, we really pulled it, like something that never happened before.
Yeah, one thing we did for ID3. This is also a total electric car from Volkswagen.
Mm-hmm.
We did event last year in December, not like 1 year ago, no.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have just like 3 weeks from like getting idea to like the first day of the event, and yeah, it was like almost unbelievable, like that it's possible in such a short time do such a crazy event. That and it was yeah really a lot of screens, a lot of new technology, a lot of custom made things. We have laser, uh, like laser shop. Then we have laser engraver. So every one get a bottle with like his name engraved, and you just write the name, and then you have um, we made the like floor where like the car was on the floor and it was circle around, and we made like a box with then we put the screens on the box, and the box was like hide the car, and when we reveal everything and the screen were having animation. So yeah, like really amazing custom things in just 3 weeks. Yeah,
I mean, and what it can really show when you talk about it is the passion, is the love, is the excitement behind it. It's just like, this is it. That's what this guy loves to do. You can see it on his face, right? And and even though I was thinking, right, you said, oh, laser engraver and stuff like that, but that's easy, right? But then when you think about, all right, 3 weeks to put all this together, but it's like the whole system, because that was, I think, in the hall that you made a picture of an empty hall, and
yeah,
then you make a picture of a full hall. It's
yeah,
like before it was pure walls, nothing
yeah.
in it, like
True.
floor walls with nothing in it. And then after he, took it over, it turns into a car show for that many people with all these things in 3 weeks, which is, It really is amazing.
Yeah. We have like in reality just 24 hours to prepare, like from empty room to everything ready for first guest. But yeah, other things were like the preparation. And what I would say is experience. Like I wouldn't be able to do like my first project as that because you get a lot of contacts, a lot of good partners, um, and yeah, some experience so that you know how you will fulfill. And still that I studied civil engineering, because how we like design things is, you can't, oh, like you build a house and then it collapsed. Oh, it was not strong enough. You need to predict everything in advance. And I bring this same like way of thinking in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do like some events or some other things, I predict everything in advance so
In
that
advance,
like
yeah.
in advance, yeah, so that I don't have any problems there. And then I can focus on like really customer experience journey, not solving problems. Because also, if you have in last day a lot of problems, then you don't have time and it's pressure, um, but then like everything's most of the time is working. And then I just okay, how to where they will go in, where do we need to put some extra signs, where we can put people to like some things that doesn't cost us nothing, but create a really great customer experience for our guests. But this, make extra value. But
Mm-hmm.
you can't do focus on this if basics doesn't work. So, that's how I predict everything, like every detail, where will be the lights, how I will mount them, how many time I need, where I will put the electricity, like every details I already know how I will do it. And also, uh, I'm like not satisfied with, that's how they will do it. And just maybe because we had this like circling floors with the car, we need to put everything on like half-meter high, uh, so that the floor were able to rotate. And then we have two steps, and it was dark room because we want to have it dark. And then we have, okay, now people can fall over these steps that, because this was the stage was in the circle.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like steps, two levels of steps around the whole stage. And now it's like this is dangerous. It will be dark, someone can fall. And then I said, okay, we will put the LED light around. But when you put the LED strip, you have dots, and I don't like it's not beautiful, no. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is a modern car, and modern cars they don't have dots. It's like smooth light. And then I found like silicone,
Mm-hmm.
um, um, and it's like covered through the same LED, and then the light is continuous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it was like super special, and it maybe takes for me 1 hour more. But when you see, yeah, maybe I can. I don't know. I didn't know that you will ask that, so
It's
I would
okay. Yeah.
prepare some pictures. But yeah, I really go sometimes in details. But this give you some like extra value also for our client. And then if like client is happy, then you will get more and more and more projects. And that's like from the beginning. And I like because I never like studied marketing and what I'm doing. Um, but my like philosophy is like always do the best, like make it the best that you know in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I got this job, and then I just like continue, and like whatever project I start, every project like naturally bring another projects, and like clients love to work with me because like I'm never stressed, like I'm always easygoing, like, and also uh, yeah, also like my coworkers love to work with me because they like Giga will cover everything, so I don't need to worry.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, right. But a couple of great points that you made. And first one is that right, predict everything. It's like that. I know. Also, my father is also was like that when he was managing the museum. He was also like, prepare for the worst, hope for the best in that way. So you predict everything, and then nothing can surprise you, right? So that's one thing that it's a good, I think something that we can take on. And another one is like always give your best with the informations you have in that moment, like, but then you have no regrets, right? Which is like the simplest way. And then, all right, you said this easy going, but with these big projects, and I know you a couple of times you don't sleep for 2 days in a row, right? And you meet the guy at 2 days working hard on a scene, and you meet him after 48 hours and he's still smiling like he is now.
yeah.
And that was not reported by me. You have pictures, like online exist
I
pictures
know.
when clients came to him and they're like, he is here 48 hours straight and still smiling, right? How do you do that?
I don't know. I heard uh, like one thing is that I love to be with people. I love adrenaline, and I love
Hard
yeah,
work.
having fun. I also remember like one big conference that I organized for our client. Like it was 3 days in a row, and like the first evening, the client has their own meeting and dinner, um, and like a team building. Then we have the whole next day was the whole day conference, and in the evening it was like party till the 4 in the morning, and then I went to sleep for 1 hour, wake up at 5, and yeah, uh, we demolish like dismantle everything.
Mhm.
And after, yeah, 3 days, when everything was like finished, like when this adrenaline ran out, I just like I was like a zombie. And then one of my clients had like, after 3 days I see him first time not smiling. So
But
yeah, it's happened sometimes as well. But I I'm like, in one way, I don't love, I hate boring things. So if someone would say do this repeatedly, like that I would need to do in factory and just do the same things, I think after 1 week I would just like kill myself. I also work in a gallery for I think 1 week, and I need just to turn on the lights, and after the guests leave, I need to turn them off, and that was I need to work for 9 hours, and it was nightmare for me. But here, like I always, uh, I can't do things slowly, like especially in events, like do that, like doing 10,000 things at once. And but for the boring things, I always, find a way how to automate them. So then you just put the press one button and it's done. Yeah, because I hate boring things. So I would say that I'm lazy, but not like lazy, okay, I don't want to do it, but like lazy, oh, it's boring. Let's make some excitement. So I always find new solutions. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that is it. That is you in your, we could say, work environment, right? In your job environment. And it's like, we can really take a lot from that. Like, I mean, it's not for everybody, but one thing that also shows up is that you really know yourself. So inside of that, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So how I would do it. If something would be boring for me, I would find another person to do it. That's how I would do it. You know? To be honest, right? I'll do what I'm good at, and for everything else, I'll find somebody else, or something else, like you said, new solution. So, that's how it goes, right? Work smart, not hard. But even though you are a hard worker, I don't know many people that can sustain that with a smile on the face. That's like the
yeah.
turning point for more. We can all do 48 hours, but with a smile on our faces, it's probably not, right? So yeah, all right. So that's one passion. And like I said before, you cover really many projects. It's like we are passing by in Superstore, past Heineken, past the beers, the milks, and I don't know, whatever you do, which is like if there is something shining and brightening, it's probably Žiga is behind. Um, and what I'm also surprised by, it's like is the fact that you also share with me, is that some clients only work with the agency you work for because of like you. It's like they want to work with you. I think, and it's nothing against anybody, but I think just like it's a really, it makes a statement out there, right? If a company as big as beer companies, which are all big in Slovenia, the biggest one, those Laško, Union, Heineken, all together under Heineken, says we only want to work with Žiga Goltes. That's the guy. If he's not there, we know it's like how do you get to that, and how is that for you? How is that, like, how do you see this when a client says that?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, how I look is, I have like one idea. So it's need to work for us as a like company, then it's need to work for our client, and it's need to work for a consumer. And I always, like try to find a win-win-win situation. It's like really work for everyone. And like what I like, and that's what I also like did for my first day of my job. Like whatever I take, this is 100% my responsibility.
Mhm.
So it was not my boss's responsibility. It's my responsibility. This is my project, and I will make it. Like in just maybe worst case scenario that I don't know, I will come to you and say like, look, but and then also like with some like how I will solve it. Like not like that's my project. I will deal with it. And same I operate with the clients. Like I'm here to serve you. So you just tell me what you want, and I will do it. I will do it for you. That like give it to me,
Mhm.
and you don't need to worry. Do your job, whatever you need to do. I will deliver it to you.
Mhm.
And I always like look like that, and really get really know my clients, not just maybe with this person that I like work directly, but also I don't know, like some their employees that work on the field, like what will be the best experience for them, what will be the best experience, like if we speak about retail marketing, like in shops. So there you have customer. So okay, what branding we will put so that it will be um, look really nice, how we can put something um, that like people who are employed, that they will feel with project like easily. How can we, I don't know, do some measures, analytics, or get some extra branding, or like always like thinking, not just now ticking the box, but finding really the best solution. And maybe it I need maybe a few hours more to find the best solution, but in the end it get also like I can pay, not to pay, um, ask for more money.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. um, so that's I think, and like always delivering. And also like I never ask like say that I can't do something. Whatever like clients ask me to do, I will like, if not the other way, I will like uh,
Make it.
make it or learn or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is it actually, what you just said, right? I think that is like, I would also say that every boss wants an employee like that, who actually takes, right? You give him a project, he's 100% responsible, and he doesn't come for every little thing that he doesn't know, come asking you, come asking you, come asking, right? Because it's like, all right, if it's, and I think that is something that's really great. And if we take it like that, anything we do in our life, it would be a whole lot different for a lot of people. And then what you said, I think, is also great, right? So can't doesn't exist for you. And another thing is like, you're there to serve your client. So I
Yeah.
think that is also like, it just gave me a thought, right? When you said the experience, it was also for me like, so what can I do here that the people who are watching, listening, who are part of the community, for you guys, what else I can do that actually, we would have more and more people be here, spend time with us, broad I mean enlarge the community, so supporting each other. So it's like all that, it will definitely reveal this year. That's the plan.
Good.
but
And also
but
one
yeah.
thing that's really important is like the relationships
Hmm.
with clients as well, because you know I have like it's respect like in both directions. You know, and we become as a friends. You know, it's not like I'm nothing and you know you're my client and now you know I need to do everything. No, like I'm like a professional at my field, you're professional at your field, like, and we are like partners.
Hmm.
And yeah, that it's like then it's really really easy to work. It's
Do you
because
have any anecdote on that when people were not respectful, and you shift that through a conversation?
no, I don't like understand the
Like that
question.
people will come, that people will ask your company, right? So we want this and that project, the boss gives you the project, you go to a meeting, right? And then the client is looking down on you.
Yeah, like sometimes I think, especially not from the beginning, you know, but I think it's not so clients like more colleagues, you know,
Mhm.
or we as an agency put ourselves, you know, as not on the same level.
All
You
right.
know, okay, we will do everything for you. Okay, sorry, yes, what do you, you know? But then you don't have any like listening and respect. Um, yeah,
So
it's
did that ever happen to you? Were you like involved? I want to know like how you deal with situation if that happens, so we can give that like, so some, not how to, but some indications, right? If you're working in a small company, come to a big client, and instead of all the time be pleasing and I'm sorry, like you said, that it happened to you when they maybe expect that, but you actually stood up in a
like
totally different
I
direction.
never like I always speak about that separately.
Mm-hmm.
So also if would happen something like that in the meeting, I wouldn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I would speak with our team and say like, look, you know, we need to respect ourselves. You know, if we will put ourselves as not important, they will do with us as that we are not important. You know, just how you like um, put yourself
Yeah,
as
who you are being.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Uh,
I will also, how are you doing if client is disrespectful to you? Maybe that, if that even happens. I don't know. I'm
so
just looking for some, something
I,
that
I
might
have
happen in
like
an unpleasant way
I,
to a guy who is all the time smiling, which
I
is
have
tough. But
one like anecdote like it was for one client and she came and yeah we um, I think for the first time we asked some external like smaller event agency to help us uh, like maybe like to that they will do it better and this then the client come to us and she said, Shiga, Shiga, what happened? And I was like, what? And just like one label was like sticked a little bit, like not perfectly. And then I just smiled. And yeah, like also like clients are people. And yes, if you look, like every person has different personality. And I never take it like personally. And I was just like, I really smiled to her. Like, what happened? Like, tell me more. But like her reaction was just like a drama, and like sometimes some people who want to like really succeed, and then maybe their bosses will be in the same event, and then they are afraid for their position, and then they are searching for everything that might get wrong, and made a lot of drama. And then after the event finished, her bosses were satisfied and happy, and then she forgot everything.
Yeah, right. But it's a good thing that you share, right? It's many times that we forget that we're actually dealing with people. So when somebody successful comes and to a meeting, it's like you freeze up because you think, oh, this is such a big person, success. If just imagine that you would have a meeting with Michael Jordan, so to speak, right? It's a big guy. It's a business guy, right? It's a successful guy. The whole world knows him, and you're suddenly in a room with him one on one, need to talk. And if you forget that he's also only a human being, right, who has like areas that work for him, areas that doesn't work for him, just like you might freeze up and say hi, and the meeting might go like, all right, business is not done, right?
Yeah, and I
So.
remember like it was I had in that time also one student assistant, and it was I think the first project for her, and she was like scared as like, oh my god, she's not satisfied. Yeah, it was not present uh, experience for her, but in the end, yeah, it was everything good.
Yeah, right. But that's it. The guy smiles all the time, and it freaks people out, to be honest. It freaks me out when you just smile, when we should all be worried. When things are not the way we say it's going to happen, and everybody is significant and happy about it, really more moral going, this guy is smiling. It's like he's just like, it's okay, it's life. Well, you can smile or be sad, in the end, we all die. So he will just die with a smile on his face.
Probably.
Maybe, probably. Nah, but it's just like that. It's then it's kind of a you just loosen up every environment when you're in with that smile, right? So that is a really good thing to I don't like the word, to be honest, be positive, because it doesn't say anything, right? But to be, like you said, easygoing in a way of like, we can either start arguing here at the moment and big arguments and big drama, or we can just smile and look, all right, let's see what's not working and make it work, and go on with our lives. So that's awesome. And besides your work, right? And it's like you do also other projects. So what are those and why those projects?
Yeah. So yeah, I think like the first one was Landmark Forum,
Mm.
Landmark Education. So yeah, as you did it, I don't know, how long ago?
2 3 years will be end of this month.
Yeah, I did it, I think 5 years ago, or maybe even, oh, I think more. I don't know.
Wow. I have
Uh,
the chills now, remembering all the how I was before I did it. Oh man, geez.
yeah, and yeah, before I was like, um, I was really skeptical.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I couldn't speak in English. Um, quite closed and also shy. Um, and I was also avoiding people.
Mm.
Um, and then, yeah, our friend Blash invited me to do this course, and then yes, like no, that's not for me. This is like Ponzi scam or like pyramid system, like why you're inviting me? Like, if you don't have nothing from it, you definitely you like need to get something from it. You won't invite me for free, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and continue to invite me. But yeah, in the end, like I really like one thing that really touched me is he also invited one like our friend like that we have in common, and I really heard like how like really honestly and authentically he want for him that he do that this program.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said like, okay, something is about it. And if I'm really honest, like why I choose to go it like to be successful, you know, to
Mm-hmm.
have a great career, to earn a lot of money. That was the primary goal. And yeah, it was fulfilled. But I won't
It
say,
is fulfilling. It's not.
yeah, it is.
It is, right?
Like
Yeah, for that time, I
for
bet.
that time
Yeah.
is definitely exceeded.
Yeah,
But um, yeah, what I want to say. Yeah, like what I really got is yeah, I fall in love in people.
mm-hmm.
I got like how amazing we really are, and that is nothing wrong with us. Um, and yeah, I just love to be with people after that and discovering like myself and discovering like human potential. And what like really inspired me is the contribution.
Mm-hmm.
So all big projects that I started after this course, like if there was no contribution, like I said, like no,
Mm-hmm.
that's not for me. Like or it need to be adventure. Like that is something for me personally. But otherwise, yeah, needs to be. And so yeah, few years after this course. I co-found with three other friends Institute for Independence. So we are, yeah, more than 3 years. I think, yeah, this year we will celebrate 4 years. And yeah, it's like for us like a side hustler, like side job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, this year and especially after the corona, it's become like really serious project.
After Corona, are you?
Like not
No,
after,
I'm joking. I'm
after
joking. I'm just messing
corona
with you,
started.
but yeah, right. So I like, is he in a different universe?
I live in
But
the sorry.
a little bit, right, right. Yeah, but yeah, you said contribution. So can you tell a bit more about that? Contributing in what way?
So yeah, that like contribute to people
All right.
that make a difference for people, and if that is yes, then like I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have also enough time in my diary. So though that's my main goal. If I contribute, if I said yes, then I will continue to do.
Now that is also why you're here then.
Of course.
Otherwise, you will be. Now we got you. He wants to contribute and see this channel as that. How awesome is that, right? And it's exactly about that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So, all right. Any other things that you're doing that you want to share? Any other passions?
Uh, yeah,
Or maybe before we go to other, say
yeah.
a little bit more about three friends getting together. What would you made an institute for independency? You say like what was the drive behind it? Like for all there's four people now. It's not just you, right? It's easy to run projects only
Even
you.
more people.
Now it's even more. I know
Yeah,
we hosted Simona here
yeah,
2 weeks ago, a couple of weeks in
yeah.
2020, a long time ago.
Last year.
Last year we hosted Simona. Yeah, so she's also part of that during the nutritionist thing. So
Yeah.
for well-being of your body. So it's like, how come? Why?
So
And you said it's a side job.
Yeah.
So if you can say maybe this, why, and then because you just shared before the show to me, like it's just now starting to pay off.
Yeah.
So before it was 4 year work basically for nothing except your free. I said basically it was a
Yes,
little revenue, but more or
true.
less to cover the costs, right?
Yeah.
Not even including all the hours you took in. It wasn't yet paid off, so it's like still in minus, so to speak. If you would call it only from financial side,
If
but
I
yeah.
will look me personally, but if I look the impact that we left there outside in the world,
Mm,
it was really well paid,
mm,
not just for us but for everyone, especially for our like clients. And it's like not they're not clients, they are customers.
yeah.
So it's really like good to see satisfied client, and that's like speaking
Customer.
the customer is speaking just good about you, and yeah, willing to continue. And yeah, now we're like expanding and expanding. And also like if you look our team, like people are just joining us, like they just want to be with us, they want to learn.
Mm,
uh, some of them like are volunteers, like they come to us, not we ask them to join us, you know.
mm,
um, so yeah, that's and yeah, the main thing is like definitely to contribute. And the idea started like our like co-founders, Dennis and Matash. So they started with because they have like a strong background about finances, and they said like how if we will connect like finances with like mindset. It's like um, already connected quite a lot. You can't be good in finances if your mindset is not on the right spot. Like if you're too greedy, you probably won't succeed on a not normal way. Maybe we just some bad business you can succeed even with greed. But normal, honest way, it's really hard. And then like also what's like our health is important, like, and in the end our environment, our world. So how to connect all these areas that we are dealing in every day, and just like join like make us in a hub with professionals in one from
each
each
area.
area, or like many professionals. And as you are create a community, well, we will like contribute one to another.
Mm,
uh, that was the main idea. And yeah, like um, it's like it was similar as I just met Dennis, and we get friends like instantly, like in
mm,
the moment. And then when I met Matthias, like I really, you see watery eyes. And he was like finance, uh, like for me that was like serious and official and all, but he was so passionate, so authentic, so honest. I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy that I want to work with,
mm,
to create a company together. And yeah, when I heard the like this basic idea, I was just yes, I mean. And then um, yeah, in the beginning we like start slowly. It was a lot of work, and we test a lot of things. But then yeah, I also that's the same way of thinking that I have in my agency. Test, try new things, develop, uh, you know, uh, do different, I don't know, things, research again. And yeah, now we really find, so we have every Tuesday, we have Facebook Live, and we stream to the YouTube as well. And now our customers, like, they know that we have that every week. We just bring one um, from one of our area, like one professional, and we give like some free content. and then we have some events. Also, some of them are paid, and with this like paid events, we then cover back cost that we have as a company. But now, yeah, I think we start because yeah, till like all these 3 years we covered just cost, and it was like a lot of work. But now we have so much followers already that it also like stayed some money also like for us, so that we can get paid as well. So uh, I think yeah, the main thing was just like search what works, and then yeah, but we always give really like much more than we charge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right there. Yeah, I mean that's awesome, right? Because you're all successful in your areas, I would say, in your businesses. So this is a side thing how to contribute to the community, the environment that you're in, right? To the people that also would like, but they don't know how to succeed. So you gave them like they
yeah,
want to have good well-being. You have that, and with they can cover everything inside of that. And I think that's awesome and amazing idea, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like I think finances is something that motivates the people the most, you know. But you know, maybe we got them with finances, you know, because that's like, oh, I want to. But then we bring this like balance, you know, like in the end, like because in the past I want to be, you know, successful, rich, have my own car and my own house, maybe on the beach somewhere, you know. And when I will have all these things, then I will be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the end, you know, I know a lot of people who has all these things and are still not happy. So how come I believe that these things will make me happy?
Mm.
And especially after my first trip in Thailand, when I go to met my father for the first time, I found out, you know, because there people has less than we have, but they are like look much more happier. Um, Probably also you'll see that on your honeymoon trip.
Through that, yeah. So you would say, what? Also, I'm the message trying to not trying, but I'm spreading out. Can't say try because it's not really spread all over the world, right? But it's like either you can go by doing, having, being, right? So no, actually having, doing, being. So when I will have, big house and a car, then I will do that and I will be happy, right?
Yeah.
And then you say you discovered it's actually the other way around, right? It's much
Oh,
more satisfying the other way around. So it's like
yeah.
being, doing, having. So when I'm happy, I do this, and if I do this and being happy, it's probably gonna result on also having quite a lot of things, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and of course the area we need to touch with you, right, is like we were saying, you were raised by a single mother, right? Your father is Thai. You never met him until the age of
25.
25, right?
Yeah.
So how was all that for you? And you always wish for more for siblings, right? So just you shared. It's like, I already made said too much through the question. So you just share.
Okay.
It's like, you didn't know. You start
Yeah.
searching for your father.
So yeah, I think yeah, I remember I was at my mom work, and she just like called me in her office, like Giga, Giga, come look to see that. And then I come to her and she like look what I found. And she showed me a web page from my father.
Mhm.
Until that day, the only thing that I have from my father is two pictures, and that was like all things that I have. And that I know that he's from Thailand, that he has a brother, and that they have a boat, and they I don't know what like they are doing. But what I'm also like really grateful because my mom never said any bad things about my father.
Mhm.
So like in my you know imagination, like child imagination, he was like a hero. that I want to meet one day, you know. But like as also I was small, like little, like in my childhood, I didn't believe that that would happen because like I didn't know no one who would go to Thailand. I didn't know even no one who would go to Greece.
Mm.
Uh, I just know people who are going to Croatia. That's it, and also to Croatia, not everyone. So that was like I want to go, but probably that would never be possible. That was one thing, and um, yeah, after that I just okay, I found that web page. Then I start to search for email address, and I couldn't find it. And then I just found like one like general email, and I said like, okay, I will send. I hope that my father will get it. And then I just like, dear father, and just tell the whole story who I am and blah blah blah, and just like send it. And yeah, that was the period that I struggled with English. So I used Google Translate to type it everything. And then he responded to me like the next day, like, dear son, like as normal, as nothing. So yeah, in next 3 years we stay in touch. So we speak through Facebook, Skype, text each other, email.
How did that go when your English was not that good?
It's like it was like you know I first thing is that he had this like Asian accent, so it was really hard to understand, but it was also basic conversation, so it was not like as now we're speaking about everything.
Yeah.
uh, and also like what I got in these conversations, oh, he's a businessman. No, because whenever I asked him about something about family, he was just ignoring, He didn't even speak. And about me, we were just speaking about career and my faculty.
Mm.
That's the only thing, nothing else. And then I just, okay, that's my father. And also what I decide is like he's my uh, like biological father, but he's not my dad.
Mm.
Plus, it won't be fair for my mom because she gave me and raised me up.
Mm.
So I had some distance to him, being a cool guy, not his really son. Um, and then, yeah, I was, 24. We did one project in this agency, like bring, I don't know, 5 year friends to Koh Phangan in Thailand. This is like full moon party island.
Mm.
And I was chosen to be their like project manager and also their host. So I will go with them to Thailand. And I was like, yes, finally, I'm going to Thailand. And then I called my friend Gregor and asked him, like, look, Gregor, can I, um, can you, like, if you find some cheap flights from Uganda to Thailand, just let me know, then you like, we find the cheap tickets, then we sell to our client to normal price, and then, you get a little more revenue out of that.
Mm.
Um, and then after, 1 week, like our client decided they won't do that, that they will do the normal advertisement on TV. And then I was like, oh my God, I was so near to go to the Thailand. But yeah, I might go someday. And then, yeah, after a few days, like this, my friend told me, and he said, like, Žiga, I found like tickets from Ljubljana to Bangkok for 513 euros. I was like, oh my God, like this is a return ticket. Yes. Like, that's super cheap. And I was like broke. I was like student working at the same time. And then I called my mom and said like, Mom, I will go for like 1 month. Can you borrow me? Yes, actually, like I can, but I don't have so much. Can I give you like, okay? And then I call I don't know how many friends to like gather 1,000 euros also for my girlfriend of that time. And I just then when I booked for 66 days, so more than 2 months. And then my mom like, Giga, like 1 month would be enough. now would happen something with you. This is, you don't know where you're going. And I booked for like 7 months in advance. And so that was, I think, the third year of my faculty. So that's why I also started really to work hard, so that I really save every cent. Because I also didn't know what to expect there in Thailand. I need to return that money. I need to save, and I was able to save, I don't know, around 5,000 euros in these 7 months, so that I was like really free in Thailand, so that independent, because I didn't know what to expect from my father. And yes, 7 months later, we just landed in airport, and I just started to cry. It moved me so deeply that I just started to cry. And yeah, everyone I was happy, but really moved. Then we went out at a really super big airport. I was never in such a big one. And then you have, in the exit, you have, a lot of Thai people, and for me, they were all the same, with their list with names, and I did the three circles, and it was line was super long. And then, okay, I couldn't find him, and then okay, I will call him, and it is international call, it's expensive, but yeah, I called him anyway, and yeah, he was in nearby shop on the airport. And yeah, I saw him for the first time. He hugged me for the first time. And yeah, really amazing.
How was that for you?
Yeah, really, really amazing. Yeah, I was super happy. Yeah. And then we went to his house, and he started to speak about Alexander. Okay, that he's from Serbia, that he's teaching English, that he bought his car and house now. And okay, he's speaking about some friend from Serbia, probably, because my father used to work in Thai embassy in ex-Yugoslavia. And I probably he's speaking about his friend. And then he speak to him on the phone, and he just gave me a phone and said your brother wants to talk with you. What? What brother? And I was hello. And the first question was, can we speak in Serbian? And yes, we could. So yeah, he said that in 2 weeks he will be in Bangkok, and that he would like to meet me. Yes, I want to meet you as well. So yeah, we exchange everything, and then yeah, I give the phone back to my father, and then yeah, my ex-girlfriend asked him, hey, does Žiga have more brothers and sisters? And he was super serious and proud. Yes, I have 10 children. So I got 25 brothers and sisters.
25?
Not 25. 9 brothers.
What did you pull 25?
Yeah. I was at 25 years old.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Yeah, that's what you meant to say. At the age of 25, you got 9 brothers.
Yeah, at 25, I got 9 half siblings. And yeah, the first, when we arrived, I was able, no, I think the first night, no, we just go to bed. But yeah, next morning, just introduce, this is your sister. And maybe another interesting thing is that I have 9 siblings. So father has 10 children with 7 different moms. Yeah. And in the beginning, I was really ashamed because it's not not that I'm ashamed, but what will other people say? Well, because it's not right way. It's wrong.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, when I, just start to share it, it's like nobody really judge me or father, or even they judge. It's not my problem. Whatever, like in reality, everyone has his opinion.
Yeah.
So what can I do about it? I can't, and that's my family. Like I'm proud of it, and yeah, that's something. And yeah, especially because that was 1 year before I did the Lambda Forum, and yeah, it was also one of the best like trips for me. I really like every day I found something new about like my roots, my like Thai culture, yeah, a lot of things. And then I returned back, and especially like half year later, my father passed away. He had the cancer, and yeah, like I'm really, really grateful. That's something that I want to encourage also others, because something did pull me to go there, you know. And also, if I look now, this project that like we started in the company, and then I called this friend, and he called me back, and then I said yes, and many people said yes, and so many things, just one thing would go in another way, and these things would never happen. And yeah, like if you like really listen your heart, like I think the universe will like really like maybe universe or God or whatever you want to name it, uh, will like really help you. Or I don't know if I was that, but some energy just like pulled me to go there. Um, and also, yeah, this experience opened me so that I was willing to do also level forum in London. Probably I would never do it if I didn't do that. I didn't have that experience. So yeah, that's my.
Yeah, Chad, can you imagine that you, at the age of 25, find out that you have 9 brothers and sisters on the other side of the planet? I mean, right? Not ordinary thing, not ordinary. Definitely.
Yeah, I have one more, like how I met one of the brothers.
All right. Say
Yeah,
it, say it.
it was we were like in the house from the biggest sister, and like television was on, but nobody watched it. It's like when like some people just have turned on TV,
Yeah,
but nobody watch it.
just like a radio in the back
Yeah,
in the
but we
days.
were in the dining room that was like near living room, but just like noise. And then just like in one point, my father just like a finger on TV, like look, this is your brother.
Imagine, bro. The
And just like Bangkok has more than 10 million people, just Bangkok. So the whole Thailand, I think 60 million people. And then that you have them brother on TV, like, yeah. So it was really fun. And also for him, this brother, I didn't met him on the like first trip. I met him 2 years later. And like I thought like, oh, he is a host, he's a famous, like he's a star in Thailand. He must be like definitely like, I'm something more, but then when I met him, like he was so like like hard and vulnerable and authentic, and I just fell in love. Like, wow,
Amazing.
really.
Yeah, amazing, right? And another thing that is amazing about all that is that you actually take every year a 1 month trip to Thailand, except this year due to the regulations. But can you guys imagine that you work in an 8-hour job, like a regular job that he does, but you include your boss into that he lets you have a 1 month straight vacation every year?
I need to it was 6 weeks the last time.
6 weeks. Yeah, all right. Through that, right? And during the last time, also me and Usha popped by for our honeymoon, which was only 2 weeks. We couldn't. We are not gigas, so we cannot. Usha was still working at that time, and not being as rolling as you are, or maybe different area. Doesn't even matter. But just imagine, guys, right? Imagine that you live a life where you actually do what you want to do, like Žiga, everything that he shared, and inside of that, you're going for a vacation for 6 weeks and still have some vacations during the year. It's not like he's locked down then for the whole year. He cannot take a vacation there, right? And just to brief share, how is that even possible, like from your perspective?
Like in when I like just have idea to have that possible, it didn't look like it possible. Um, because yeah, normally what we think what's possible, like we observe first like our environment. If it's an environment possible, then like okay, it's possible. Um, I will do something about it. But it started with idea, and then I like really like declare. I will like every year I will go there for 1 month. It was a declaration, and I was afraid, like oh my God, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough vacation, like that's not possible. And yeah, also like inside Landmark, you get a lot of graduates, and if you promise something to these people, they will hold you for
To account.
your word. Yeah.
So you
And it was
said it,
true.
you do it, right?
And then you need to fulfill it.
It's
And
not
yeah,
like you need to, but it's like, your
true.
word is your promise, but it goes in the way what you want to have in life. And
Yeah,
without the promise, then it's just some nice words that were popped by, but nothing is ever happening. So the difference is that when you say it, then you also get trained in how to build a structure that will support you with
true.
that.
So then I look, okay, I don't have enough holidays. And then what I saw, like, oh, work a lot of extra hours and I'm get paid by it. And so like, no, I don't want to like get paid anymore about extra hours. I want to get extra like holidays. And I can choose, to be paid or get some
Right,
holidays.
and to share with us, right? How many extra hours did you do
In the past,
in the past? Yeah, before that,
yeah, in the past I used to work 300 hours every month.
extra
Not extra. It was extra was 100. Like in year or in the month?
in year.
In year was more than 1,000.
More than 1,000 extra hours. That's like, half a year of vacation. No,
But
not like, but I
yeah,
mean, it's 8 hours, right? You take 8 hours of work. It's not like 24 hours off, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, a lot of extra work. But yeah, now I like almost don't do any hour
Extra.
extra. So I become so much effective.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, before was also that I was always doing everything on my own.
Mm.
Um, and I was not able to do like in teams because I didn't trust others. So I would do everything, to be cheapest, faster. But yeah, I have just two hands, two legs, and 24 hours, so it's limited. And yeah, after the forum, yeah, I start to accept people, start to trust others, and create a team, develop my leadership. Um, yeah, and things just start to moving on.
Right.
And
How did you enroll your bosses in to let you go out
so
for
one thing
one
is
month?
like,
And it's basically, it's not that they would let anybody do it, but it's basically the workhorse. Like
like,
the main character, also almost the main character in the company for
like
for
it's
the
fine. So
innovative project.
yeah, main character for my field, but I create also my own team. So the team is working for me. That's one thing. So that projects keep going on. I'm still, consulting them also during the holidays. Like for me, it's not a problem. I just, because I don't nothing take stressful for me. Just like taking the phone, read the email, answer, and half an hour later it's complete, and I
Mm.
don't think about it whole day. Like I just trust they deliver. And also when you are producing, like when you are a performer, then people trust you, like not people, company needs you,
Mm.
then they need to also give you what you want,
Yeah,
like
you can start bargaining with it.
yes. So uh, if it's good company want that like the top employers are happy, so if they will be happy, they will stay, they will keep deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how I was able. Yeah, and like, but it's not. I still take it like serious. No, it's not like I'm still responsible also during my holidays that everything will work, even though that I'm not there.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, still, right? You're on the other side of the planet. There is internet connection, and you said it maybe takes me half an hour to 1 hour per, not even per day, every other day, maybe, right? And things are solved, and it all starts like you said before. It's like you can do it on your own, or you have a team, and then also, right? We trust people that they will pull it through, so you can really like relax and do what you want to do.
yeah,
Right. I mean, that's, how many people do we know that do that? Right. I know people who are going for vacation 2, 3 weeks, but then they're on conference calls, all stressed out. They cannot. They can. I remember my dad. He said my vacations are always too short because I need 1 week to switch off. Right. So after 1 week, I'm switched off and I'm back at the work. So it's like I would need 1 week to switch off and then another week. So then him and mom, before he had a brain stroke, were doing mostly two weeks vacation. So it's like 1 week to switch off and then 1 week to really enjoy when all the bear. But with the tools that we got in the forum, like you said, it's just like you can do it.
yeah. And it's also
Very
like
good.
in daily, because
Um,
I'm doing so much project, and if I would like, yeah, at the
Hey, if
same,
you would hold a grudge, you would die. It's
it's
just
not
like that.
like I wouldn't be able to sleep at night,
Exactly.
But me, it's like I just lay down, I disappear.
That's the phenomenon also. When I met this guy, guys, when I met this guy, he was sleeping 4 to 5 hours per day. I swear to God. He was pumped all the time, man. He was like no problem, 4 to 5 hours per night. And then inside we did one program together. We pulled him back like Žiga, it's okay, that works, but it's not gonna work on long run. So now he's actually sleeping a bit more. I hope you are,
Yes.
right? But it's just like it's amazing to be by your side and to see how much a human being can do with a smile on his face. And basically, that is also why that much can be done. So that's just super rare, super rare.
Like, and like if I like really look, especially also like this last period, like whatever I touch, just like start to like expand.
Blooming, yeah, yeah.
And I just like when like Corona started in the March, like first month, I didn't know what to do. For me, it was like I need to be at
We were
home.
gaming a lot, to be honest,
Yeah,
right? Right? You were
true,
there.
yeah,
We were playing God all the time.
true. So yeah, after many years, and but I didn't felt fulfilled.
Mm,
Um, for me, it was just like drifting,
mm,
like not like just to do something to spend time.
mm,
And then yeah, I start taking on more in the inside institute for the independence, and things just like start to grow and expand, and yeah, whatever I suggest, yeah, people follow, and like the team first trust me and agree, and yeah, things just start to work. Whatever I I um, suggest. And yeah, just yesterday I have idea. Oh my God, I can call my friend that she's working for 24 hours, like
Mm.
this web page. I can get in touch with her and ask her like how much is the ad, like to put ad in their web page. And I was thought like it was really expensive, probably 3,000, 5,000. I don't know, like if it's worth it to invest so much money. And then I found out like it's like 10% of what I imagined. And like no, and it was just a thought. Maybe
Mm.
if I went just to sleep that day, I would forgot and I would just that it was not a great idea. But I just, I text her middle of the night and just like on the Facebook and just like go. And yeah, I think yeah, we will in just first month we will exceed the whole year revenue. That's yeah, really really
That's
awesome.
extraordinary. Yeah, but it's not to be taken here like easy in a way of like, yeah, it's easy for him, la la la. Right, but it's really be he was working hard for that. You just said it, right? Also to that vacation, I mean, to that first trip to Thailand, you work hard, 1,000 extra hours per year. It's like, I need to drink something. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, but I think the
No, but
most
I want to say is like, you were willing to put the work in, and then with the right attitude, with the I mean right attitude, with the attitude that actually like with the attitude of contribution, with the attitude of satisfied customers, satisfied teams, satisfied bosses. It's like, building the foundation that today everything you touch can bloom because you have so much experience and so many connections. This guy has how many phone numbers you have in your phone book, in your phone? Do you even know?
4,000. I don't know exactly, but
Yeah, I think it's even more, but
4,000.
yeah. Right. So do you guys imagine that you have 4,000 people in your phone book? That, most of, I mean, but not any people, right? It's the people who will provide you what you, what you need, because whenever you need something, he just hooks the phone. He's like, in 1 to 2 hours, he has a solution for things that, some people struggle for months. And it's not a superhuman thing. He's not, you're not, it's an average guy, half Thai, half Slovenian,
Yeah.
soldering,
Um,
brought up.
I think the best asset that we have as a human being is experience.
Mm.
And like whatever, like sometimes I feel like a sponge, whatever I do. And also one saying that my oldest aunt said, and she's also my godmother, and she said, and that's what my grandfather teach her. So I will teach you to do everything, and if you in your life you won't need to do that, you will easy to get rid of it.
Mm.
And like she really taught like also like how to clean the kitchen and do dishes and clean the floors, like everything. And she said like if you want me to you will learn
Every,
how to
yeah.
not to do it, so don't worry about that. And also like I never regret that I did study civil engineering, because
Mm.
I really like learned a lot, and I have some like fields. Like I work in marketing agency, so it's more uh, like social
Yeah, social
society.
studies. Yeah, more like
Yeah. Uh,
communication,
yes. Yes.
relationship, psychology stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes. But I'm from a different part. That's like my uniqueness now,
Mm.
because I think totally differently as they are, and where I'm strong, they are where they are weak. So and that's not something that exists, it's not job like innovating, like innovator man, like I am.
You just made you actually in your company you made up the position.
Yeah, and but also in the world that
I mean, yeah,
this
it
doesn't
doesn't.
exist.
That's what I meant. It
Yeah,
doesn't exist in the common world of marketing.
yeah,
That position do not exist.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we made like many projects out of it. It was a
Mm.
core idea, some technology that I developed. Yeah, at my work, and that was also many times our advantage. Uh, yeah.
Great job. Braxo said, "Lol, I have 100 on numbers in phone book." So, that's just it, right? It's just how much you outgoing you are, how much this guy loves people, so it's like he connects with people like that, right? And if you have resent of the people, especially these times, to be honest, right, we're living in times where you know us two are having a kid, and then you say you want to meet somebody, but it immediately we just talked about it the other day. It's just like people now presents a threat, like a healthy threat. It's just like if you don't have corona, you go out there, you maybe meet somebody who has it, and you have a 3-month old, now will be 4 months in 3 days. But it's just like so worrying all the time, and I have to say it's exhausting, to be honest. It's just like meet parents, but you cannot, we don't touch, because it's a risk, because my mom is in a field of meeting a lot of people, and it's just yeah, and to still be able to connect in this time is it's a unique thing, and it happens a lot over online, over it's a good thing. It's definitely a privilege now to have it. If we wouldn't have it, I don't know.
Different.
Yeah. Most of the people would go mad, I think, by the time now, so we're still keep on holding there due to this technology. I think it is not as it was, but yeah. So how are you dealing with all this situation?
Uh, yeah, I really like take on a lot of projects at the moment.
Mm.
So sometimes I even don't feel like, sometimes even like I even like it,
Mm.
because now, okay, I can't be with my friends as I want to be. So I gather more like online, uh, but I also have a lot of times to develop my projects. And what I did is also um, like I put the projects the way that they will work for themselves on their own.
Mm.
It's like really passive income, but in the beginning it's a lot of work, because it's you need to do like put the platforms, record everything, put the videos, like I'm doing one um, um, course, and it will be online and pre-recorded, and yeah. Uh, so it's take a lot of time now, but yeah, after that it will just bring passive incomes.
Yeah, right. Just like investments.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
invest in gold, it costs right a lot when you invest in it, but with time it will get if it gets the revenue, right? We
Yes.
don't know, right? But it's a lot of, there it is, right? But there is no regret. That is the point of everything, right? You went through it, you did it,
Yeah,
and
but
if it doesn't pay off, you're like, all right, but at least I won't be dreaming about it. What if, right?
yeah, but what we did is that we sell it even before we have it.
I
So
mean, that,
we know that it sells,
you know
and
what we call those people, right? Nah, but I'm joking. I know you guys will deliver it.
we deliver, we communicate with them, and yeah,
Yeah, I think that is also the key thing, like that you just said, right? The difference between most is like, when we don't, so how you approach, right? Or it's like we don't have it 100 perfection ready, but we know it's a good thing. It's like it's a
this,
thing that
this
will
is
contribute, right? And we go out with it. We can sell it because we know, we just need to pack it in. So you already go out already sold it before you even created it till the finish. But what makes the difference is that your customers know that. So you're in communication. You're not hiding anything. You're like, look, guys, this is in developing. It will be developed by the time of, like we said, the launch is on that day.
It's
So
clear everything.
yeah, I mean, but that's what I meant. It's this clear communication. Always, like, when there is clearance, easy, right? And when there is not, when they're like, yeah, maybe not.
But in
And
Slovenia,
that's why most people are skeptical in Slovenia.
I
So
think,
that's really cool that you guys pull that off.
and another thing is that, like, our mentality in Slovenia is, and maybe Europe, that, everything needs to be like 120% ready, and then we go public.
Exactly.
But if you look how, like, in United States, things like they have 20%, but they publish it like it's the best thing, but they even don't know if they work or not. They are selling already. That's the difference. And now we like really start to, because we know that this program works because we deliver it like
in person,
live, in person. And then we just test. We will do a pre-sale. This is the starting date, and this is pre-sale price. We offer also like big discount. And and we also tested if the market is ready for this project, and it was really successful. And we said this is it.
Amazing.
So, and also just this weekend I speak with another company that they exist for 4 years. Like they are like 3 developers and 1 is for marketing, I think. And they didn't sell like didn't earn even €1 like in 4 years. But they are like professionals. They're like super like good like IT developers, and you know and then I just give them some coaching, and because they started with super complicated idea and then they try to sell it. You can't, you need to do the simple, most basic thing and try to sell it. And if it's going, then start to develop the project, not to spend 4 years. Do you imagine like spending? Yeah.
I don't know, can't say it. Never put the 4 years into anything, and yeah. So I can't imagine it. I think it will be frustrating. I wouldn't come to the 4th year, to be honest.
Yeah.
As I know myself. But right now, this year it's about a lot about. For me, this year is a year of consistency. So it's like consistent putting out the talk shows, the podcast, stream, bringing the consistency also in delivering workshops and stuff like that. So consistency in all the other areas that I'm included in. So yeah, but it really needs a lot of, if I would put myself in their shoes, it's a lot of passion in there that you keep on going for 4 years without the revenue. But and on the other side, right, the most like people who are successful would say, guys, you're a bunch of idiots sitting together. What are you doing not selling anything for 4 years?
But I say them, if you like don't produce results and you are still able to work together, you're a good team,
That's
true. Now,
that's true.
Now do something that will also work for you. It was like it's a good project. It's contributing like dancing community, but like for them it's just it's also like side job. But still, after some years they also have some expectations. So in the end, it's also good, that you get paid back. That's
exactly.
These are not millions, or but it's like if we put so much energy, why we can't get some, I don't know, maybe for some vacation,
Yeah, I mean it's only fair, right? Especially in this world. Like if you do something, it's fair that you get paid, and if you're not, you're probably doing something is missing in there. Either you're too complicated, like you said now, or the market is not buying your product, so you got to look into that.
And also it's not always the money reason why you would do something.
Exactly.
Sometimes you do because that's inspire you or fulfill you, or sometimes you do something because you get some experience. And they all, like most of them, begin because of experience. I will get experience. I will get experience.
You
And
were
yeah,
like that as well in the beginning, right, of your career. Yeah, he didn't share it, but the boss offered him a raise, and he said, "No, no, 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 I'm here for the experience." I mean, you gotta clap to that, man. I mean, and before I said idiots, but I didn't mean idiots like something is wrong with you, but in a way like crazy, crazy people.
yes,
That kind of
yeah.
you need crazy people around yourself to do crazy things, unordinary things, right?
And I think, yeah, we are like still today in some areas. Everyone can say that he or she is crazy. Like why? Like, but like the biggest problem is because you even don't see. Because for me, like when my boss asked me, like, do you want higher salary? For me, it was like naturally, like, no, because I want to look good,
Mm-hmm.
because if I will say yes, I want to, I will be bad, uh,
Greedy one.
yeah, greedy, And then I came home and I was like arguing in my head with myself, like, are you crazy? He said yes to you and you say no. And then, you can't go next day and say like, hey boss, I was thinking yesterday.
Even though you could, but you don't go because it's
Oh,
like
it would
looking
look
good,
even
right?
worse.
Through that, but it is. That's why we're here. Through that, Braxo. Um, but it is what you said. A lot of people go in it for the experience, and I think it's good thing also that you mentioned, right? So to be noticed is you guys brought some American mentality to into your project through that, right? I mean, through what you were saying,
Yes,
you don't have it on 20%. I know you have it on more,
yeah,
but right, why not? It's also like we started podcast like that. I started with Alex, and he was like, "No, man, it has to be 100% ready. We need equipment for, I don't know." He calculated 4,000 euros altogether in one room. All that to start a podcast, and I was like, "No, bro, we need a camera, a mic, and a good content, and everything else we will build it." So and that's how it went. We are now 14 shows. He's not with us anymore. He chose other projects over this one, but he still was the founder, and I will be always grateful, that he said yes, because I would never start it on my own. It's just like I'm
yeah.
like, why would somebody only listen to me when there is so many extraordinary people out there? And that is why I do talk shows and podcasts
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
And everyone can say that.
Huh?
Everyone would be able to say that. Also look at Doncic could say for him,
Hmm.
like I'm not special. I'm like,
Yeah, I love playing basketball. That's what I do. I smile. There's nothing, and through that, right? It's just like when even when you meet those people, it's like Alex also shared because he was working with Goran Dragic. It's just like he's just a regular guy. The
no,
only thing is he plays basketball really good. So he does what he does. It's like, and that's it. And that is also why these talk shows exist. It's just like find your passion, go for it, and live it, whatever it is. If it's making you know what is called palchki elves, garden elves. If it's making garden elves, go do them and sell them, and live that, and be successful with it, or do it for the experience, inspiration. It doesn't have to result in money, just like Žiga said.
yeah. And I also remember, like from my childhood, I watched one like show on television. It was like Borut Veselko.
Mm-hmm.
Had like
What club?
no, it was about jobs. So
Yeah,
it was at club.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't, maybe at club. I don't know.
Yeah, when he went diving
Yes,
and stuff like
yes,
that.
like
Yeah,
two different things. And
yeah.
one thing, one like show, he had like inventor,
Mm.
and like he like just had some jar, and something was in jar, and he just like scrubbed the wool, and jar started to burn. And I was like, wow. I want to, as a child, I want to be an innovator one day. And then I don't know, not just maybe a few years ago, I was like walking on the like in the road, just like, oh my God, like I become inventor. like
Yeah. And
it was
that
not,
is it, right?
yeah,
That is it. Most people do not believe me. But when I talk to people who find their passion, it's just like that. When you were a child, you did something, or something really inspired you, and you maybe forget it, but it was there, and it was there for every human being. Like, for every human being, I can bet that until the age of 15, you came along by something that you're like, that's who I want to be, that's what I want to do. And if you don't know what it is, go discover it, and then expand in what job you can, where you can actually do that, because it is there, it always has been and always will be. It's just our choice whether we go after it or not. And sometimes it happens by mistake, like for Žiga, but it was some who were behind was driving him, right?
I had many mistakes, I want to find my father. I want to go to Thailand. I want to have brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I mean,
Many of them didn't especially about the brothers and sisters. For me, like that, like can't be possible. My mom is too old.
yeah, yeah, right. It's just like you're limited by the environment you were in. And Žiga, I mean, thank you for everything. It was just an amazing privilege to.
I even don't know how long we were together. So
It doesn't even matter, right? The streams are about life. It's about being here. It's not like, don't put limitations on it, especially when there is a flow. Except if you would say I have time only for an hour and a half, then we would adjust to that. But here, it is what it is. That's what I always say. It is what it is, and it was great. A lot of, I think, we can all take something from you, and really thank you. Anything you want to say for the
yeah,
conclusion?
first, thank you for invitation. Like keep doing what you're doing, especially for young children and teenagers. Uh, yeah, like because I think I'm like also really passionate to contributing to teenagers and like young people uh, because like they have the whole life in front of them.
Mm,
And sometimes I like when I now look back into my life, just someone said like one sentence to me, the whole life would be different.
mm,
And I think like yeah, I have some role models that I pick, but it was just a little steps every just maybe 1 2 steps in front of me, but no one who like in the other side, yeah, the people who are like really far away, like didn't I didn't have access to them, but how you invite people, you give access to like some people that and I think that, like someone maybe won't inspire you, but another will, so if you invite a host here, many different people for definitely for everyone will find something for themselves and get something for them. So yeah,
thank you, and that's the idea.
yeah, good.
We never know who you will find yourself and who will inspire you. And
Yeah,
it's also to show how many extraordinary people we have. And in the long term, I don't know, maybe I will be like Picasso, or no, maybe Van Gogh. I will be praised after I die, after everything. People go, oh, look at these shows. I don't know, but I hope we happen sooner. But it's just like, yeah, that's why we do it. It's just to give people like, look, there are people outside who are following their passion, living their passion. It is possible. If it's possible for them, it's possible for you. And now you have a choice, right? If you before believe nobody can be like that, well, there you have the proof. Now it's a choice whether you can do it as well. If he can do it, you can do it. It's just that if a human being did it, any human being can do it. So that is it. Thank you, Žiga, once again. Thank you, chat community, for being here. It was amazing. It's awesome. Thank you for your love and support. Don't forget, hug somebody, tell them you love them, and I'm thinking about taking a few days off. My eyes are really hurting. I've been a lot of in front of the computer for a long time, so probably next stream will be on Sunday with another talk show in Slovenian. Sanskriti will be our guest. She's an Indian girl living in Slovenia. She recently did the TEDx talk. She's all about the old Indian connection with yourself, your body, and how to produce that. I don't know. She will tell more. I don't know much about.
She has also really inspiring life stories.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And like I said, she speaks Slovenian better than most of Slovenians. So that's really impressive about her. And she came in Slovenia when she was already a teenager. So, all that, be with us for all the Slovenians on Sunday. And yes, in the future, we are looking to translate all the things. So all the Slovenians can, also have access. They don't know English, so the English shows, and all the, English speaking can have access to that. But at the moment, we don't have a person that will do that, and the shows are quite long, to be honest. So we would kind of need, to pay the people for that. But yeah, anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you, and see you on Sunday. Bye bye. Have a great evening.
Bye.